The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning. How you doing? This is going to be fun. Why? Because I need you to turn these up. I need you to get a tab and a pen. I need you to understand we're going to change your life, but you're going to have to do some parts too. I'm going to show you how I got to million to billion under corporate structure, of course. So I'm the godfather of credit. What a silly name they gave me. All right, I was on KNX radio. Been on there now 48 years, having fun too. So as we do this, understand today, all right, you get to get stuck with me, and guess what? Then I'm stuck with you. It'd be kind of fun. Now, you can't take pictures. You can't record. Why? Simple. Because you got to get it here, habit forming. And it's the rules anyway. So let's understand. Tablet, pen, write down today's date. We're going to see it, believe it. We're going to go get it. It's a blueprint I started when I was 9.5. Now, I like goodies. I like Lamborghinis, Ferraris, yachts, and race boats and helicopters. I like all the goodies. Now I'm online 6 days a week. So let's understand. Rags to riches, well, that's me. See, I got born in a taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital. She was 15.5, worth billions in her family. But she put me in a garbage can, didn't like me at all. So guess what? I got to be Mrs. Hope, the rich and famous Hope family. Wow. All right, the she-devil from hell used and abused me too. Today, your journey can begin with me. We're going to take away all your excuses and all the reasons why you want to feel sorry for yourself and all the excuses going blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to put you in check. Sorry, don't take it personally today, but I want you to be a millionaire this year. Is that okay? This year, not next year? So let's understand. We got to look behind the curtain because that's what you need to do because you can't follow like ducks and sheep like most people do. As we play, now we're going to talk about your personal credit. Now, unfortunately, half of you, you're lazy, sorry to say. The other half better be a little crazy. You see, your personal credit, take out your credit cards, put a sticky. We're going to make sure we understand the rules and tools. These are stickies. So let's understand. If you do exactly what I tell you to do, I can guarantee you a 750 score. I'm the guy that trained Ken Yarborough, security chief at TRW Spearing years ago. TRW stood for The Reports Wrong. Thomas Raymond Warridge, they made bicycle parts, and then they got information business. So remember, sticky, what do I want you to write on it? The limit of the card. Maintain 25% always. Never pass 29%. Let's understand what this does. These cards here are worth $100,000. There it is, a blueprint. It's called the line of defense. If I use these cards today at 29%, very simple, that leaves me 71,000 of safety credit case blankets event, loss of job, or a pandemic. This garbage like, yeah, my credit, that's got to stop. I'll show you exactly how to stop it today. So let's understand. Next, we're going to talk about half of you that have a corporation. Oh, goody. You got a corporation? Oh, goody for you. Most people spend thousands of dollars for a piece of paper I've been giving out for free for 45 years. Corporations are free in all 50 states, by the way. So if you paid for a corporation, attorney, a CPA, and a corporate service and didn't learn diddly squat, I think you got ripped off. You see, here's the problem. I have a problem when it comes to corporations. All right, I love corporations, a legal person, but the reality is it's on the Secretary of State's website. And when I got sued at 12 and a half years old for Helping Hand Industries, because I used a trade name, or they wanted to kick my assets too. They sued the corporation, they sued me. Well, I'm in the articles. So are you. So if you let the corporation get sued, I'm sorry, they're going to come get you. Now, I created division process in 1985-86. So let's understand, if and when the lawsuit has been filed, you become a duck. That kind of sucks. So let's understand the next thing we have to think about is this. Let's put our ducks in a row. When I was a kid, all the grown-ups kept saying, put your ducks in a row and don't put all your eggs in one basket. Well, they didn't have a solution, so I created one. Here's a corporation with 3 divisions. See, the 3 divisions are very simple. That's called the line of defense. On top of that, we're going to make sure we put our ducks in a row, and we're never going to bring the pain home. Is that okay? If we build $1 million, I know you spent thousands, something didn't work. Let's show you the truth. It'll set you free. Foolproof program. That's what I got. I'll give you the blueprint if you want to play, but you better follow through. Now, here's some clients. You might recognize some famous people too. Kind of fun. But the reality is, I repackaged their life. Even my homeless program, taking Glenn literally out of basically his car. He lived in it for 3 years. That kind of sucks. But I told him to get his assets to the workshops. He did. We got him a $1 million company. It's called the Race 360 at the time. Got him a house, we got him a car. Is that okay? And then here's Giovanni, worked at Pixar at the time, $1.6 million. Little Karen, real estate in Long Beach. Oh, she's got her videos on YouTube, $1.2 million in 9 months. Then we got the people coming out of prison. Wow, they need a second chance too. Here's Free Ray, Ricky Dicky Ross. Got him gold and platinum cars up to $1 million. Is that okay? Now we got Thomas. He was in prison for 26 years. He came out. Nobody's going to help me, Ray. What did I do? Within 8 months, he got his brand new dump truck business up and going, making millions a year. So let's introduce you what you didn't pay attention to. Sorry to say, it's just true. We have to go back in time and understand our president, Franklin D. Roosevelt, he did what's called the Gold Reserve Act, January 34. So let's understand. He confiscated all the gold. Mine, 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 when he called it Fort Knox. Okay, so then they could print money and use that as the value. Well, that didn't have enough value to print phony money, which they do today. So what happened next? Here's what happened. If you got your Social Security card on your own, between 14 and 16 years old, it's because Nixon didn't take the gold standard out yet. Because I'm going to show you that next. See, in 1971 in August, he took the gold standard out. So they could print as much money as they want to. They never bounce a check. But you can. You'll go to jail. So here's Nixon. And ever since that moment that he took the gold standard out, every woman at the hospital who delivered a baby must sign the SSN form within 2 hours. Got it? You see, you got to understand something today. We're going to talk about the biggest mistake that people make in the United States of America, not understand the rules and the tools. So you got one SSN. That's a 1040 tax return. People got credit in the 70s and 80s without using them, and then silly people followed through, and they just being like ducks and sheep. Now, we the people. This means if we have an SSN, it tracks our income since the day we're born now until we're dead. That's probate, and then they take it from the ground too. So the bottom line is, how do we play? Well, we have to understand. We're going to compare, now watch. We're going to compare an SS5 form to an SS4. Now, corporations like banks, grocery stores, and cities file bankruptcy. They have a branch number. They have separate tax IDs. Now, let's look at line 1 where you didn't pay attention to. Legal name of entity or individual person. So if you allow me to put your name on that form in my system, in my database, I can set up a credit report for you. Experian, TransUnion, Equifax. Is that okay? So let's go understand. The SS5 form equals an SSN, Social Security number, and the tax return 1040. The SS4 equals 1120, and then it's basically a tax return, and it's known as a tax ID. See, you never had to bring the pain home. I'm sorry, you didn't pay attention to me. I've been teaching and preaching for 45 years. All right, truly your second chance. So I need you to write down irs.gov. Can you do that for me? Do it for you too, irs.gov. I'd like you to download a form called 1244. I'd like you to take the SS5 form, SSM, SS4, tax ID, and file one tax return. Why not? It's called single filing, and you almost never pay tax again. Is that okay? See, if you play by the rules, you can win. These idiots out there that don't pay tax and file tax returns and think they're going to get away with it and rip off the IRS and all this crap, you do it the right way, you don't have to pay tax anyway. Now they made a mess. They thought they were outsmarting who? Nobody. The lack of knowledge makes people do stupid things. So let's look at the United States of America Incorporated. They got 50 corporations. Oh, goody. They call them states. States got corporations called cities. They invented Chapter 9 bankruptcy under the Federal Protection Act. Then they bankrupt 11 cities' debts in front of you, and they basically, what? They didn't got rid of it. See, here's the problem. You go home and go, boo-hoo-hoo. You don't know how to play. We're going to make sure you understand today. Is that okay? Now let's understand, we the people, and a corporation's a legal person, and we truly can stop bringing the pain home. So here's what I did. All right, the ultimate goal is very simple. A corporate umbrella. You see, I didn't want to bring the pain home, all right, like you did. And I didn't want to basically have a problem if I needed a second chance too. So the ultimate goal, write down 9 divisions, please. 9 divisions of you, 9 divisions to do each asset too. So let's understand. I was 12 and a half years old, Helping Hand Industries. I was named in the lawsuit because I used a trade name. So they sued the corp, they named me, and I got my assets dragged to court at 12 and a half years old. Scared the hell out of me. I didn't understand division process because I had to invent that first. Then I understand trade name trademarks. So you understand, you use Velcro, right? No, you don't use hook and loop. Velcro is a company in El Segundo. You use Kleenex, right? No, you use tissue to blow your nose. See, these are the things. I had to master trade names and trademarks as well. So understand, the biggest concern on a corporation is when it sues a corp, somebody sues it, they sue you. Sorry to say, it's kind of silly and dumb, but it's true. Never bring the pain home. All right, I'll show you what I created too. So let's understand today. Division of me, can you write it down? We go back to that form. We look at line 1, corporation, division, subsidiary, or individual person. We could put the name on line 1. Wow, we could build a corporate umbrella. What a concept. So this is what happens today. Let's say we have a division of you, and you want to buy a Lamborghini like I did, and part of the collection. So let's understand this one. It's $1 million car. Payment $6,800 a month. Okay. If I go after that Lamborghini, me, and I can't pay it, and the creditor takes it away, then they report it to the IRS as a 1099-C. Now I have a creditor problem and an IRS problem. I call that stupid. Why would anybody be that stupid? What do I get it to the corporation? And if they sue the corp, they still sue me. I'm still a duck and a sheep. That's even double stupid. But I'm not stupid. So what did I do? I bought the Lamborghini through a division of a corporation. I guarantee, remember I showed you SSN versus SS4? I guarantee it is a division of me. I got no intent to do fraud. I don't. I just want to make billions of dollars and have fun. So what I got to do if something goes wrong? I have to do the 3-step, what I invented for me. Can you write it down? I got to disconnect, isolate, incorporate. I got to put that sucker aside. I got to incorporate all the other pieces over here. I'm building the business. Hey, that sounds like Bank of America, Chase, U.S. Bank, and all the other banks, and grocery stores and cities. So they take a piece over here, they bankrupt the crap out of it, they get a tax credit while they run their other companies. Is that okay? But you have to have no intent to do fraud. I'm going to try to save it for 6 months. The next thing is like when you lease a building. Now, the building you leased, it's great. If you lease it from the corporation and you want to grow your business, and they have no other locations, you're locked in. If the building doesn't work, now you're really SOL. So what do you got? We have to lease it as a division. We have to guarantee it as a division of me so I can disconnect, isolate, incorporate. Got it so far? Next, if on properties. I was 19 years old when they said I couldn't get more properties. I had 17 of them. You got a loan to value problem, sir. You can't get any more. Excuse me? All right. I made my first million at 14. I'm going to listen to you? No. So I found another way. I transferred into my divisions, freed up the credit liability, loan to value too. Why would anybody ever hear the word no? Only stupid people hear no. That means they don't know how. Now, I know you watch the Tickety Talk, the YouTube, all right, and the Google. It's really good. Don't get get an LLC, get your children to work here, get a tax credit, blah, 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 blah. I've never seen so much BS in my life. See, the bottom line is very simple. Corporation, no matter what you pick, does not pay tax till you're profitable, period. SS4, no taxes due till you're profitable. Okay, got it? All the other BS out there is BS, and they don't have pots to piss in. All right, I brought in 2.6 billion at 26. Those ding-dongs know what they're talking about. The next thing, we have to look at the Fair Lending Act. Why? One card can get 99 more. Would you not want 99 more cards? I mean, would you want? I mean, let's hit it. This is great. Your personal credit, you can't write off diddly squat. You dropped the score, it can't get any more, and you just screwed it up and backed yourself in a corner. Is that called silly or dumb? If we use corporate credit, we get to write off the interest rate on the credit card because the credit is built under my dashboards under the SS4. Wouldn't that be better? They get to write it all off too. Wow. No wonder you need 9 divisions of you and 9 divisions for each item. So let's understand. Let's do it one more time. The Lamborghini. All right, if I got a problem, I have to do the 3-step. I have to disconnect, isolate, incorporate. If I can't save it, I'm going to bankrupt. I have no intent to do fraud, but if the cities can file bankruptcy under Chapter 9 and the grocery stores and the banks, and they have a problem too, then I get to do the same because it's called the United States of America Incorporated. It's my constitutional right. Debtor's prison ended in 1789. Replace again SS4. Don't be stressed out. Maintain the 750 and again. All right, maintain that score 750 and above. Why not? So let's understand. A division of you can guarantee credit, house, and franchise. The ultimate goal is always not to bring the pain home. Don't bring the pain home. Never bring the pain home. Again, corporate umbrella. So everything under the corporation's a corporation. It's a legal person too. So today I'd like you to look on the Secretary of State's website, please. I'd like you to check out if you have a corporation, check out the corp, check out you, because you're on the corporation too. When they sue it, they sue you. You brought the pain home. And if you use your home address, please change it. 87% of people all use their home address. That's the stupidest thing in the world. Now they're on the national mailing list, and that's how they get their robocalls. I don't understand stupid. Do you understand stupid yet? Why would people do some stupid things? And they're not stupid. So when they said put your ducks in a row, I created the division process. I had to give them a solution. They sue the corporation you have today. They sue you. You became a duck, which sucks. How about we have a division and create a line of defense? They're privately filed anyway. So 1 per each item, and then you too. So let's play. So if you have no intent to do fraud and something goes wrong on a division, You get to disconnect, isolate, incorporate. Can't save it, bankrupt it within 6 months. Corporate umbrella. Now, if you have a corporation, or I give you one, because I give them for free all the time anyway, I'll get you a credit card up to 100,000 to $1 million. Is that okay? Then I'm going to ask you, would you like 9 sisters? Wouldn't that be $1 million to $10 million of credit? So if I can write it off, a corporation should build its own cash credit and not steal from the family in the first place. Why do people take it from their family? Don't they know how to play? I don't understand stupid yet, do you? So let's play, never bring the pain home again. Corporate credit, write up, personal credit, not. As we play. So we look at this $100 million building, all right, across the street from South Coast Plaza Mall, $1 million Lamborghini. We look at a $5 million mansion, and we look at a $1 million race boat. What do they have in common? I obtained them. Why didn't you? I don't understand. So if you allow me to build you your first 100,000, up and away, turn that into the $1 million, get the American dream. How bad do you really want it? It's simple. It's your choice. So as we do this, understand this is one of the odds in the backyard. Ray Reynolds source me, #1 consult worldwide. I can show you and teach you how not to bring the pain home ever again. Is that okay? I like goodies. You like goodies yet? Would you like to be the next millionaire? Let me know. So if I add history to you in your corp and your divisions and get you a $5 million mansion like that one too, well, just one of the ones I obtain. As we play, what is your goal? What's your goal? See, here's the thing. You might have a goal. That's great. Write it down. Now write down the activity list and go get it. All right. If you have a goal, you make your goal list, but there's activities to do to complete those. And that's the ultimate goal as we play the game. So as we got to understand today, it's very simple. Okay. How many days left of this year? Working days. Figure it out. You're in the what? Second quarter last month. All right. So as you do this as well, it's very simple to understand as we go through this. So, all right, make sure you understand. If you get any products during this webinar with me, take a picture. It's always a Zelle, Ray Reynolds recipient, ray@raisecredit.com. Here's my schedule. I'm online 6 days a week. All right, have been in person or online 6 days a week for 45 years. Ultimate goal. I'd like you to write down credit, loan, and money. See, the biggest thing that most people want to do is have residual income. They don't realize it yet, but I'm going to tell you what to do too, like everyone else. Residual income would be important. If we take corporate credit above 10,000 above, usually didn't show up on personal reports under tax ID. So we take 100,000 off of a Wells Fargo card, we put in the bank, reference it 3 times 5. It becomes $1.5 million line of credit. We use borrow money to buy a franchise or an apartment complex or both. We pay it back as borrow money, so there's no taxation. That's how rich and famous people do it too, okay? So as we play the game. Well, what does this do? That first 100,000 now helps you get financial freedom. This could equal 10,000 to 50,000 a month. That would be your goal. Maybe you think about Section 8 properties. You got tax lien properties, you got properties, repos, divorced couples, probate, all kinds of fun stuff. So you could take even properties that are going for $45,000 in 14 different states and buy 2 or 3. So what would happen is now you have residual income. The Section 8 guarantees the payment. Now you have a legacy left. See, I'm sorry. No one here and online, wherever you're watching me today, left you a legacy. In other words, they didn't leave you a corporation that has money coming in forever and you take it over. What they did is they probably left you debt. All right, the reality is they left you a little bit or nothing at all. So let's understand. The legacy is the corporation lives forever. We do not. If we have 3 properties in a corporation divisions, all right, our next generation can take it over. Whoever you leave it to, your irrevocable trust. Up to you. What does this do for you? It creates 10,000 to 50,000 a month forever as the properties go up. Goal is simple. So if we play today, then you go look in the mirror today, watch I want you to do for at least 5 minutes, stare at yourself and ask yourself some questions. Why did you do, what did you do yesterday? Did you do anything yesterday to get towards your goal? Or are you having the same rerun all the time? Barely getting by, paying the bills, and oh, thank God it's Friday. That's what losers say. Okay, it's TG1. It's losers say that. It's hump day. Losers say that. An entrepreneur don't give a damn what day it is. We see it, we believe it, we'll go get it. So let's understand, did you get a copy of the repo list? Cars, boats, houses, apartment complexes, and duplexes, probate properties, divorced couples, supply and vendor credit. So if you allow me to get your corporation cash credit in each division up to $1 million in checkbook money, line you up for that too, supply and vendor money. There's $1 million. But here, you got to run fast, hard, don't think, just do, and accomplish the goal. By the time you look back, you have a $10 million company. Biggest problem we have today is you. All right, don't think, just do. So I tell you to go look at every expo, every franchise trade show, every hedge fund. All right, look beyond the curtain, tear them all apart. I have a blueprint 3-day event coming up. It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's called a boot camp. So what we're going to do is it's on June 30th, July 1st, 2nd. It's 9 o'clock in the morning to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We're going to tear apart my 18 books and CDs about building the $1 million of credit, leveraging money, Dun & Bradstreet, real estate, buckets of money, and become the bank. We're on those 3 days. So here's what you get to do if you want. It's the ultimate package. It's private calls with me. It's the boot camp. Here's 90 days of private calls. Okay, that means every week you get a private call for 3 months. 90 days of level 1, 2, and 3. 18 divisions. Now, online, I give a lot of more goodies. If you do it during the webinar, you get the extra goodies. If you don't, you can always call the office and get the package. It has a little less goodies, but then you can do that as well. I have to pay a commission and a base. With me, all right, I'm going to build you up to $500,000 of credit. So take a picture of this page today. It's never been seen before. I created it this morning at 4 o'clock. Click. So 90 days of calls, 90 days level 1, 2, and 3 in specialty classes, and 18 divisions. So do you want $500,000 or 10,000? That's all together. It's a Zelle. Ray Reynolds recipient, ray@raisecredit.com. You write RW when you Zelle. All right, and what you Zelle for? That means Ray's webinar. Got it? Simple. If you don't do it, that's okay. Call the office. They'll give you the best deal you can. And when you take a picture when you're not supposed to, which you should have taken a picture of that, all right? And say, oh, Ray said this. Yes, during the live webinar. Okay? I make 40 people upset every week because they call and say, Ray said this. And they go, yeah, I said it during the webinar if you did it. Now, they give you their deal because they get a commission. I don't get a paycheck. God's gift. I like the race boats and the yachts in the backyard. Don't you? Don't you? Don't you? I like the goodies. Did you like some goodies too? Now, I accomplished all my goals. I always have. So understand, this is me in 1981, highest kick, fastest kick on the planet. I started kicking the door jam at 10. Okay? So let's understand something. All right, kicked out the lights that night too. No matter where you come from, you can reach your goals. And white men do jump, just stupid people say we don't. Got it? So understand, I don't hear no. They say no, I say thank you, and I get around it anyway, and I always find a way. The lack of knowledge is the stupidity of man and woman. People aren't stupid, but why do they do stupid things? Well, the reality is very simple. You got to stop bringing the pain home, and that's the ultimate goal. So I'm the #1 consultant and coach worldwide. You want to play? So we get 1,000 steps. That's what we're going to do to millionaire and to be a certified CFO, the ultimate goal. So as you do this, your legacy is very simple. As you do this, is very simple. All right. The goal is to leave a legacy to your family, which I don't think any of you got from your previous family, which you should have. A corporation like the Ray Reynolds University is leaving 10 billion and the family gets to play with it. And hopefully they live it again and again, generation. So I like getting credit and giving credit, personal business, usually up to times 10 for what you invest with the program with me. That way it takes away excuses. Next, why don't you draw that diagram in front of you? Let's even example a corporation, all right, like Bank of America, bankrupting 5,000 locations called branch numbers. All right, you got literally from there Chase Bank, Wells Fargo, US Bank, grocery store, Sam's Club, Geico. And don't forget the cities. So you keep bringing the pain home when you never had to. I don't understand. I call that silly and dumb. Isn't that just stupid? Why would anybody bring the pain home when they never had to? Stop bringing the pain home. Become a certified CFO, please, and reprogram your brain into millionaire status. That's the ultimate goal. So here you go. I started my blueprint. I was 9.5 years old at the Torrance Police Department. Right next door is the library I was in almost every day. So I basically call my blueprint, see it, believe it, go get it. Write down the list. Again, it's a goal. Now, what are the steps to achieve it? Believe it, pray, God opens the door, go get it. See, you got to do your part. So you have basically 15 days left. That's it. It's over. It's over. You have 15 days and now it's 14 days. So let's understand, what does this mean? All right, what are you doing now and today to accomplish the goal? 15 days left of the what? Last month in the second quarter. It's halfway mark. Again, you have to get off your what? Assets. Let's repackage you. Is that okay? Let's draw that diagram again and again. Corporation not doing business, managed entities. From there, stop bringing the pain home. The reality is, put your ducks in a row. And on top of that, let me repackage you under the same corporation. See, that's how it works. So I got my TV show coming up next year. I'm not going to be doing this 6 days a week anymore. It's just going to be this year, so get as much as you can. So what do? Help rich and famous people too. That's the ultimate goal. So let's think about something today. You sat at the kitchen table with your friends and family, and you said, let's start a business, honey. Everybody got excited, and then someone said, what if something goes wrong, honey? And what happened? Let's hawk our credit. Let's jack up the score. Let's get no more. Can't write up diddly squat. Is that okay? Let's hawk the house. I'm sorry. Use your personal credit a little bit to start a business. Anything else from that would be stupid. And you're not stupid. Please don't bring the pain home. Do exactly what I tell you to do. I'll get you to million, and I'll even guarantee that too. Simple. Write down today's date, project 90 working days. I wrote Winning the Game of Business 45 years ago. I sold at the Bonaventure the Millionaires Founders Kit for $5,000 a set for 32 years. So if you want a copy of the blueprint, it's very simple. All right, today, all right, if you want a copy, you get the copy for free, all 12 books and CDs. You just have to pay $99 shipping and handling. That's it. You sell 99 bucks, there you go. We'll ship it right away. But if you don't, that's on you. There's your zell. Now, my new book coming out has a whole system in place. It literally has DVD, all right, and it also has removable inserts for each level that we do. That'll be coming out after I get rid of the old inventory, which is great too. So starting a business, running a business, you don't know if they're going to fall off the cliff. The friends and family you got around you, do you trust them all? The employees, are they going to push you off the cliff, catch you, or are you going to fall off and die? Now, what do I do every day? It's pretty simple. I wake up at 2:25 in the morning. I have since I was 2.5 years old. All right, I get to my knees and say, thank you, Jesus, for another day. Then I go look in the mirror, put myself in check. I didn't get a real family. It's very simple. I was too busy being used and abused. So I didn't get a mommy and a daddy like most of you. So I fought to get out of hell. So let's understand something. You probably listen to your friends and family, and they might even cloud your direction. And none of them made millions and billions. So why you listen to them? Here's July 4, 2009. All right, got 3 yachts in the backyard, helping people 6 days a week. We're millions and billions through corporate structure. What do we get to do? Wife wants to take out one of the yachts in the backyard. Why not? With a group of people. One of the persons got me at H1N1, swine flu, pneumonia, and I got to die. That kind of sucks. Ruined my whole day. I'm in the coma. I died, and I'm here. What's going on in the room? I'm in a different place, but I'm still there. It's like, what? But my tax attorney tricked my wife to sign a POA. The nurse asked my wife if I was a donor. Jesus gave me a choice to come back or stay in peace. I said, go back. So I'm going to take away all your excuses of why everyone wants to feel sorry for themselves and play the little violin. All right, I've been through everything you've been through and more. So let's understand I had to move 24 times till I'm 11 and a half years old. I've been shot twice, knifed 6 times. I got no excuses. But now that you met me, neither do you. Understand, I'm truly God's example. As we play, I got a book coming out this year called Jesus is Not a Drive-Thru. Being a Christian's a way of life, not a moment in time. So let's get you past go and get you unstuck. Show you some Lamborghinis, Duffys and mansions, and why white men do jump. Stupid people say we don't. Ultimate goal, more Lamborghinis and race boats in the backyard, helicopters, U-Docks, yachts, and Ferraris. I call it Ray's Rules. Is that okay with you? So let's understand. I created my blueprint, started that when I was 9.5 years old. What's it called again? See it, believe it, go get it. Now, credit repair, I'm sorry to say, they don't have a magic wand. If you're paying one of these credit repair flaky companies, the Federal Trade Commission says they can't collect money up front, but they break the law every day. So let's understand. Credit repair is a scam. Check it up on the Federal Trade Commission. It's a fraud. And if you're stupid enough to pay them, you'll still have shitty credit in 2 or 3 years anyway. Sorry, it's just true. Why don't you write down Section 611 today? Now, understand you got a collection account. Oh, goody. You better negotiate it, solve the problem. You can't rip off your creditor. You got to basically man up and woman up. You want a 750, do 3 things. That's all you got to do. Negotiate every collection account that's open. Negotiate all cards at 25, 29%. And then from there, let me do a wrapper rescore I invented 39 years ago. Now you got a 750. You can sit there all day and go, that's all, folks. Or you can be a CFO for a corporation and divisions. And I call it the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. There you go. So here's your first 25 steps today. Get your Credit Karma because it's free. And the reason it says Intuit Credit Karma, they bought it on 2020, December 3rd, by the way. Intuit did. They bought Credit Karma. So as we play, what am I going to do? I like to tear apart your credit reports. I like to analyze them. I'd like to show you exactly what you need to do on your part while I rebuild you to a 750. Got it? I'll call your case number on Saturday at 1:30 in rotation so you know exactly from me what you need to do every step of the way. We have no excuses. Here's that application that you did or mommy did, and neither of you paid attention to it. It is basically the application for Social Security card. Full name at birth other than above, full name to be shown on card, other names you want to use. Pick one. From there, SS5 equals SSN equals 1040. There's your tax return. What happens is SSN created the 1040 tax return. If you read the card in your wallet today or purse, it'll usually say do not laminate, don't carry with you, and don't use for ID purposes, but you do it anyway. And then it basically says property or social administration, not you. So let's understand today, the SSN started your 1040 tax return so they can tax you for every dollar you ever bring in the rest of your life until you're dead. From there, when you got your first job years ago, you thought the company ripped you off. And they had to point out the IRS gets their cut before you get the leftover. So you ended up working for them too. We are ducks and sheep. If you don't understand a corporation is a legal person with we the people and filing one tax return called single filing under the 1244, then almost never pays tax anymore. There's how you play. Pay attention today. One SSN. All right? That means we're all ducks and sheep. One tax ID for a corporation. When they sue the corp, they sue you. Well, that kind of sucks. When I create a division process, that means I can file, all right, separate entities, separate tax IDs. I can create a line of defense. And I don't have to bring the pain. I'm like you. Is that okay too? But it's up to you to let me play. So let's repackage you under your SSN. Let's get you to be a qualified CFO for the corporation and the divisions. At the same time, let's get you to understand SS4. Let's get you to choose wisely from now on. Is that okay? That way you can be a double CFO. That's the only way to play, right? So if you listen and learn, When you pay attention today, you'll be putting your ducks in a row under the same corporate umbrella. Is that okay? If I can teach you not to bring the pain home ever again, there's that form again. In the corner, look at what it says, SS5 IRS. No one ever pays attention to that. How about we look at SS4? Legal name of entity or individual person. So banks and groceries are in the city's bankrupt locations. And they get a tax credit while you're screwing up you and you're bringing the pain home going, boo-hoo. How about we put your name on line 1? Is that okay? Then you basically create a CFO. And understand on that form, if you dissect it some more, it says banking and credit purposes right there in your face. I like that. That means we're one per entity. Another chance to try. Long as we're trying, we're not dying. If we're not trying, we might as well be dead. So the ultimate goal, corporations should do only 4 things. Buffer tax. No taxes due till it's profitable. Corporate credits, all the write-off under tax ID. Fleet price on a car. Free buffet at the hotel. Then the division should do 7 things to start with. Line of defense, screw up one, get another one. No intent to do fraud. They're cheap, multiple functions, buy, sell price. Multiple credit reports, and I can do real estate flippity-dippity doos and separate liability, and a division is basically called the line of defense. You didn't bring the pain home, did you? Oh, you did? You brought the pain home to you and your family because you didn't plan the problem and you didn't understand the division, which you could have under you, corporation, and all the things you get to do. Now you're going to learn how to play. That means when we rebuild you, you're not going to be able to screw up again unless you don't follow through. Every tax ID is entitled to credit reports. I will guarantee what I say I can do 100%, as long as you're part of the program and you do exactly what I tell you to do. Violation, jacking up cards? No, that's a violation. You're going to make us do what? Analyze you 100 more times? No. All right, you apply and crash your rapid rescore. We're not here to play push me, pull me. Okay? If you crash the rapid and you do what you're not supposed to do, you agree not to, then we charge you a fee or we close your case. A collection item is very simple. If it's open, negotiate. Past can't chase future. IRS, they have a form too. It's called 656 433 A and B. So again, we got step 3 today. From here, we get to play. There's that 750 score waiting for you. If you allow me to analyze you and basically do a rapid refresh, all right, I'll get you 750 and above. I'll even guarantee it. But you have to be part of the program and you have to follow through. This nice lady had a 651. She's got no green lights here. I increased it with the rapid rescore to 132 points. She didn't have bad credit at all. So I created green lights. Then we got her $1 million of credit. You see? Here's one who's got a bankruptcy. He had no credit at all. All right, he bankrupted everybody he could. From there, here's your starter card, unsecured for 500. Here's someone with 11 collection accounts. No credit. Here's 3,000. Could that help you balance some of your debt and quit screwing up too? It's up to you. So if you let me rebuild your credit, rapid rescore, our target is a 750 score. The ultimate goal is I'm going to charge you $999. I'm going to give you back $1,000 credit card so you can reimburse yourself. During the broadcast, I'm going to cut the price in half to $499. And I'm going to give you that credit card now for $500 to reimburse yourself 100%. You got 90 days of some workshops you get to go to. Ultimate goal, use Zelle, take a picture, Ray Reynolds recipient, ray@raisecredit.com. Ultimate goal, bank transfer, deposit, or wire if you needed to as well. Always put RW when you Zelle what you Zelle for. From there, if you want to give us referrals, that's great. What happens is I'll build you more credit, or I will Zelle you 10% back for your referral, but that referral has to name your name when they sign up. If they do not do that, they blew it for you. The next thing is it has to be a standard product, not a discounted one, and they have to pay in full as we play. You can email me their name and phone number. I'll have my controller call them right away if you want to make sure you get the credit for that too. Ultimate goal. Now I need you to call a phone number. Write it down, 888-567-8688. I want you to opt out, all right, for 5 years. See, you're on the national mailing list because you did it to yourself. You're a voter, so am I. They sell that 412 times a year. ultimate goal. You got a cable bill. You got a corporation. Get off the mailing list, please. Next, I want you to start planning the problem. Your biggest problem is you. Now, I'm sorry your friend and family member, one of them ripped you off, because they did. You spent thousands of crap, didn't work. But now we have to take the word safety credit again and put on the back of the cards. Rules and tools, line of defense. That sticky will help you with your discipline. The way I designed it for your world seems like they all came around. 0 to 29 is green, 30 is yellow, 50 is red. So let's understand something today. The sticky will give you the discipline you've been lacking all along as we play. Now, I know you're going to say, I got an emergency, Ray. That means you're going to screw this up. No, I'm going to crash. When you jack up your cards, you dropped your score, you got stuck, you couldn't get any more, you can't write up dilly squat. I'm sorry, I call that stupid. And you're not stupid. You have 2 cards that you can basically jack up $1 million and your credit score never fluctuates ever. So from now on, any card you go past 28% or emergency is always gold and platinum cards, period. You got it? That way your score maintains 750 and above. Again, learning to play. Now, all people have emergencies. They lose a job, but they have emergency. What do? Seem to always do the same silly thing. They run out of time, they run out of money, and they can't wait to jack it up. Screw it up and tell everybody makes you feel sorry for me. Silly stuff. No, thank you. So let's understand today, if you needed $5,000 now, go ask your friends, your family, the bank. They're going to tell you no. The average person wastes $50 every other day. If I give you a $5,000 credit card and the payment, you max it out, the payment's $50 a month. So what the average person wastes in a given every other day, how about we talk about the $50,000 off of a corporate credit card? Why? Because the average person wastes $140 a week. That's $600 a month. So if I take $50,000 off a corporate card and get to write it all off, I literally can pay 6, 12, 26. That's what the average person pisses away every month. That will actually get you 2 pizza restaurants during a pandemic, using some common sense. Got it? There's white men can't jump. Well, silly, because white men do jump, just stupid people say we don't. There's Nixon who took the gold standard out. So let's write down and raise rules one more time. A couple cards like 100,000. We're going to use it to start a business. That's okay. Jack it up? No way. 71,000 of safety. Something screws up on a corporation that I teach and train you how to do it right. It's a division. You never let the corporation ever take liability. It manages entities, and all credit is finance and write-off. So what happens is very simple. If a division screws up, you basically protect the corp and the other pieces. Why would anybody ever bring the pain home? So understand that's your cake and eat it too. Raise rules. Step 7 today, become a certified CFO and never bring the pain home. Very simple to do. As we play the game to win, ultimate goal is there's me in that coma. Why don't you Google the address today and find out I'm telling you the truth. H1N1 kills me and I get to come back and help you. I've been in 2 comas in my life so far. One, I was crippled for life, but Jesus said, get up, I got up, freaked them all out. Last one, I got to die and come back and help you. The devil's trying to knock us down and hold us back. But God's delays aren't God's denials. So the goal is, let's look at chapter 18. I heard this when I was 7.5 years old, that a corporation's a legal person. All right, I heard it and went to the library the next day. I walked next to the Torrance Police Department. Ma'am, what does this mean? She was rude. Didn't say a word. Came back a few minutes later. Here's a microphone. Here's a book. She was a real bee. I read the book. And then I go, where's my blueprint? See, the reality is you're trying to find the blueprint for you. By the way, I'm your blueprint if you pay attention today. I went back for 2 years to the library, created my own blueprint. So let's understand. The lack of knowledge makes people do stupid things. I am the founder of Helping Hand Industries. I got 100,000 of credit in the mail. I got named in the movie Dave. Every division gets credit as well. As we do it for my cat, Inc. Magazine interviews me at the Bonaventure, and I tell him he's plastic to finance your business. It's on the next article. So you got choices today. I would think about getting 9 divisions and get out your magic wand. Mine's broken. So guess what we get to do? Build a corporate umbrella. If you allow me to get you the tax ID, that allows me flat out to get cash credit reports, Experian, Treasury, and Equifax. On top of that, all right, it's called cash credit. I'll build it for you and line you up for checkbook money. That's the ultimate goal as we play. So I'll tell you, it takes 9 divisions to get up to $1 million of credit, 41 divisions up to $5 million, and that's the ultimate goal. So please take a time if you have a corporation today, check it on Secretary of State's website, please. If you don't put all your ducks in a row, sorry, when they sue the corp, you became a duck with socks. Divisions give you the line of defense, and they're not in everybody's face. So here's my dashboard. It allows me to create credit reports using tax IDs. So let's understand today. If I get you one of these, my next question would be, would you like 9 sisters? This is how you multiply credit. You can even get a pack of 10 at the same time, up to $1 million to $10 million of credit. The goal is, this is how you get to $1 million of credit. That's just one card out of my favorite 10, but you get to play 2 if you want $1 million corporation. So each division, all right, I add 2,000 of history. I get the tax ID for you, no problem. Ultimate goal, build a corporate umbrella. And the next thing is each division is $499. Today, you get 3 divisions for $499. You get 18 divisions for $999. First time ever offered. It is today only during the broadcast. So if you get this, either one of these you pick today, I will hand you a profit or non-profit corporation any state you want. The article's in there if you just file them. If you want one of my shelf corps from last year, Profit Corp, I'll hand that to you too. All right, instead of the other one. So it's up to you. It is only offered during this broadcast, and it's up to you. So keep in mind, why don't you take the credit that I build you and loan it out? Replace your income or enhance it. Up to you. I like goodies. You like goodies yet? But you got to understand how to play. So let's understand today. It's very simple. The goal should be $1 million of credit cards and $5 million in checkbook money. I believe that should be your goal. As you play, let's now look at supply and vendor credit. 100,000 to 1 million. I call it OPM, Dun & Bradstreet money. And from there, you don't pay a bill up to 90 days. So we get to play even more. If we take the 10 favorite cards that I have that I want to get you, all right, to the corporation and the divisions, all right, after I build you, then it's like the green card, unlimited up to 100,000. 9 sisters. The B of A, 9 sisters. Wells Fargo, 9 sisters. Inc. card, 9 sisters. And then the gold card. That's just literally 5 of the cards. And you can turn that up to $5 million, not counting the other 5 cards. Then you got to focus on checkbook money, which it all says very simple, unsecured up to 150, as long as you have a 2-year corporation. So your banks will do this with the average balance, and you'll learn how to set it up literally through my webinars and workshops with you. It's called checkbook money, but you have to have 3 divisions, all right, to multiply the credit up to $5.4 million. So if you don't have a shell corporation from last year for this year, you can wait till next year. If you have it, great. If not, guess what? There's a couple extra, all right, from last year. We can give you one today if you want, and you can qualify in any state you want to. You can qualify as a foreign corporation. Office charge is $9.99. I give you a 50% discount during the webinar only. It's $4.99. It is a Zelle. Simple to do. RW, what you Zelle for. I have specialty classes on Saturday during my 10 classes that I do live. It's simple. All right, 8 o'clock in the morning. All right, I'm going to do this class for you. It's done in Bradstreet this weekend. And what's going to happen is I charge $9.99 per 90 days or $4.99 per class. Ultimate goal. This crazy stuff has to stop. So we don't jack up cards again, because we know there are 2 cards that help balance the debt or emergency based too. It's your gold and platinum card. As we play all cash credit once for the corporation, a certified CFO. If you have a problem running an order, you want to run a card, just email me, all right, ray@racecredit.com. I'll have Scott, my controller, call you and they'll write it up right away. From there, when you use personal credit to start a business, okay. Jack it up, no, that's called silly and dumb. Using corporate credit because borrow money is not taxable, that's the ultimate goal. So understand how to play and get your lifetime income too. It's your cake and eat it too, by the way. Raise rules, become a certified CFO, and never bring the pain home. Ultimate goal. If I gave you a check for $1 million today, hypothetically, what would you do with the check? You'd put it in your personal account. I'd call that stupid. You only get to keep $375. I would have told you put in the corporation in a division of you, pay all the bills first, then pay tax on the leftover. No leftover, doesn't seem to be any tax. So if we look at the United States of America Incorporated, once again, they got 50 corps called states. States got corporations called cities. Then they invented Chapter 9 bankruptcy, and they have a bankrupt 11 cities so far. So you could actually play the same game with no intent to do fraud too. But again, I want you to Google bankruptcy today. I want you to look at it where it says SSN SS4. Who's going to be the duck the next time blank hits the fan in your life? You and your family, corporation, division, or subsidiary. Let me add history to you. I can build your credit up to $1 million, but you got to go to class, not follow anyone, and pay attention and follow through too. Here's a starter package for you today. The average corporation is $3,000. I don't understand why. All right, they're actually free in all 50 states or the filing fee. All right, credit rebuilding, rapid score. Articles, offices, tax ID free. Here you go. And if you have it, we'll build what you got. Set up in level 1 every Wednesday and Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. During the webinar only, I charge $9.99 and I give you $10,000 of credit, 10 times your money back. Ultimate goal. From there, the office gives $5,000 only. Analyze, add history, start popping credit as soon as possible. That's how you become a certified CFO. Keep in mind, you get 90 days of level 1 with me every Wednesday and Saturday. Discount and extra credits during webinar only. There's your Zell. As you play, let me beat your doubt, run your race. All right, let me get you out of my way so I can rebuild you. The ultimate goal is very simple. Getting past go. Got to show the world some goodies I obtained. God's gift, a house in the harbor. From there, the race boats and the yachts too. Helicopters, Lamborghinis, and buildings as well. I would like you to change your driver's license mailing address to a P.O. Box mailing address for more privacy, but it's up to you. I'd like you to look at your card today, the one you allowed them to sweat you for 3 to 5 hours. You lost 10,000 plus and 9 inquiries. You see, the way you buy a car is wrong as far as I'm concerned. I would always say fleet price, tax ID, division. No gap insurance, all right, not in joint or nothing else like that, and you'll become a corporate CFO as you play. When you buy a house, please one person on the loan. You don't need 2. You don't want to create loan to value for 2 people. Who controls the houses when it's in the irrevocable trust? Who controls the trust controls the property. From there, the car shouldn't be your car. Let's remember, lose house or car, the creditor gives it to the IRS as a 1099-C. Now you have a tax problem too. Registered owner should be a division. That way they can get dilly squat in a bumpity bump. Ultimate goal. So let's understand today, we need to plan the problem. The registered owner on Lamborghini 1, a Lamborghini 2, and the other 18 as well. Ultimate goal, every property you ever obtained should be in a division. You don't know who's going to slip, fall, and sue you up and screw you up. House payment offsets personal taxes. So we look at Amazon as an example. They paid no tax on the first 10 billion, and they're not paying tax on a couple trillion now too. So they're doing what they're allowed to do. All right. There's no loophole. All right. They're just following through. He used a line of credit to buy Twitter. I think he's twilly and twilly dumb, but he does have a spaceship. So do the other 2 guys. This one and the other one just bankrupt his. So you got choices today. All right, you can join the club and you can win the battle, but you got to pay attention to ultimate goal. As we look at Carl here, he uses lines of credit to offset taxes on $1 billion. We look at Disney, They don't want to pay tax on $1 billion, so they wrote an IOU to themselves. Now, I want you to take a picture of this. It's offered today only. This is basically if you just wanted a 90-day offer, level 1, 2, 3, specialty classes, video conference. Okay, so this is the video conference we do every Saturday at 3 p.m. All right, with about 25 people, and it's fun. So again, for $2,999 today, the office will be selling this for $5,000. So if you want it today, 90-day offer, there you go. All right, the blueprinting is calls. I did 3 of them this morning and got 3 this afternoon. So if you want me to take time and do a blueprint with you, or a 15 or 10-minute phone call, it's $250 for 1. All right, it is $499 for 3. All right, it is 7 for $799. If you want 26 weeks of phone calls, it's $39.99. There you go. Ultimate goal. So it's all Zelle based. Ray Reynolds recipient. Ray at rayscredit.com, and always put RW when you Zelle. And what you Zelle for? Run your life through a corporation in conjunction. That's what I would tell you to do. That's step 16. Pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. You get one thing. After you get your leftover on your tax, paycheck, you get the leftover called basically what? Your income. You pay car, gas payment, and erase gas, registration, insurance. All right? I would be yelling no and drive a company like I do, a company car. I don't understand. Why would you want to pay for that after taxable income? A corporation can pay for a company car. Now, that's step 17. Why don't you get an SS4 form today? Go to irs.gov. They're free. Look at it and see it's banking and credit purposes. By the way, you never had to be a duck or a sheep. You chose to follow along. There's Mama. She delivered a baby at the hospital. They changed the gold standard. So baby's bonded for $35 million apiece up to that. While Mommy tries the car and then basically the baby goes home. Everything to me is rules and tools. Escrow, close, homestead, trust. You have a house not in a trust, I call that stupid. They sue you, they screw you, they take it away. You die, get stuck in a probate, your family got diddly squat. You picked up a property, you hire the contractor, oh goody. They hire the subcontractor that stands outside Home Depot. They slip, fall, cut corners, and they sue you, they screw you too. Oh my goodness, what happens next? My way, they get diddly squat. Why not? Why don't you look up an irrevocable trust today? There's step basically 19, 6 more to go. We get to play. I get dummies all the time. Ray, I don't want to pay tax. So many stupid people don't pay tax and they fight the IRS, and now they have a tax problem and all the BS kicks their ass heads. Doing the single filing, you almost never pay tax anyway if you play by the rules. Hey, understand you can't play peekaboo and make a mess with the IRS. Sorry to say, it's not true, you can't. So understand, Wesley Snipes tried. He was sentenced for 3 years in prison and $5 million fine. So do yourself a favor. You cannot play peekaboo with the IRS making a mess. If you tried it, go back and get that form called 656, 433A and B, and get your butt back in the system where it belongs. By the way, that's step 20. Next, I want you to think about being OPM, up to 70% discount. Don't pay a bill up to 90 days. Escrow closes. You have $200,000 left over. Why don't you leverage it to $15 million? Borrow money is not taxable. You set up your line of defense. By the way, that's step 21 called blackjack. Now it's very simple. My location in 2009, I love that building, 22,000 square feet building. Locations in 3 other states, soon up to $1 million a day. My life got stolen. I'm in a coma, die, and come back and help you. What am I going to do? Go home and go, no, thank you. What am I going to do? Get out my blueprint, see it, believe it, go get it. And that's exactly what I did. I took out my 5 closet divisions ready to go. I took out the credit I've built since I was 9.5 years old, up to $53 million. They should be in books and organized too. I don't put business cards in there, I put credit cards. So what did I do? Build another $1 million of credit. So you have 1,000 steps to millionaire and to be a certified CFO. All right, ultimate goal when you do things, make sure you use Zelle. So understand today, if you want the Millionaires Founders Kit, 12 book CDs, the original set before I bring out the next book, Reality today, it's free as long as you basically pay shipping and handling of $99. There you go, and all you had to do is Zelle. My schedule is very simple. I'm online 6 days a week, holding hands. We're singing Kumbaya too. Credit, loan, and money. It's how you get into that first 100,000 of financial freedom, up to 10,000 to 50,000 a month. Maybe you think about Section 8s. All right, maybe you think about basically lifetime legacy and leaving that to the next generation. Okay, which past generations didn't leave diddly squat in most cases. This is an income of 10 to 50,000. Corporations live forever, people do not. So think about the boot camp coming up. All right, think of the thing that I tell people the biggest problem is you. Don't think, just do. So maybe an expo, franchise, hedge funds. Get to the next boot camp. We're going to go over the 18 books and CDs. We're going to dissect them and tear them apart. Ultimate goal. Here's an ultimate package today. Private calls and even the boot camp. This is 90 days of private calls. This is 90 days of level 1, 2, and 3. Specialty class, 18 divisions. All right, only good during the broadcast. So take a picture. All right, do it here. You do it somewhere else or off with one of the specialists. They don't give you the same deal because they cannot. It's up to you. It's up to me. There's your Zelle, RW in your Zelle, and you put in the little memo what you Zelle for too. So keep in mind a corporation is a legal person. So are the divisions getting credit too. Tax ID creates Inspirian, Transio, and Equifax in my system. I get to use Tax ID. 9 divisions up to 1 million. All right, 41 up to 5 million. Again, I want to build a card for every entity, get a pack of 10 for every card they're out there, so I can build literally $10 million of cash credit. As we play each division, I ask tax ID and charge for each normally. Today, first time ever, you get $4.99. You get 18. I will give you a brand new corporation, profit or nonprofit in your state. The article, self-core, double profit left. Up to you. There's your Zelle. If it's not done by the time I'm done talking, the opportunity just passed you by. What are you willing to lose? Family, corporation, or division? We played chess today. Both of us lose pieces on both sides to get across the board. My way, we both get checkmate. That's step 23. Reaching the dream. Think to be the impossible. Raise rules. Simple. I make millionaires under corporations divisions, and you'll learn to be a certified CFO, literally, and I want to make you the next millionaire if you want me to. Let me know. Add history, build you up, analyze you, show you how to get the American dream, and show you exactly what you need to do on your part, and call your case number in rotation on a Saturday at 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Never have joint credits in the way. Buy a house, escrow, close, homestead, trust. Why do people spend thousands on a corporation when they're free and not learn diddly squat? That makes no sense to me. Division for real estate, franchise, current business, and line of defense. Raise rules, giving bonus cash credit so people get rid of excuses and write it all off. What a concept too. Step 24. So today, if you want the 750, that's all you want me to do. I will analyze you. I will do rapid refresh. I will basically rebuild your file. You go to class. I will charge you normally $9.99 and $1,000 card back to you. During the broadcast, we discount to $4.99 and the card becomes $500. If we want the starter package with the corporate non, and rebuild it to level 1, 2, articles also says tax ID are free, or build the one you have, credit rebuilding and rapid score in the package too. Set up in level 1 every Wednesday and Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So the ultimate goal is I give for $999 all that rebuilt of you and your future, and I give you 10,000 of cash credit. If it's here, you get 10,000. At the office, you get 5. Depends if you want to basically put it off. All right, analyze you, add history, start popping credit as soon as possible, becoming that certified CFO. and 90 days of level 1 again. There's your Zell. As we play, if you want to give referrals, please do. I'll bill more credit for you, or I'll basically Zell you back 10%. But they have to name your name when they sign up. If they don't, they blew it for you. From there, it must be a paid in full, and it cannot be a discounted price too. If you want to email me a name and phone number, I'll have my controller call them right away. Ultimate goal is a corporation with divisions. Build a corporate umbrella. Your banks and grocery stores and Sam's Club and Geico, all right, and the cities do this in front of you. It's time you learn how not to bring the pain home, become a certified CFO, and reprogram your brain to millionaire status. Look behind the curtain, stop bringing the pain home, stay safe and strong. While we do our best, Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. So at the end of the day, you got a choice today. What I offered today is good during this broadcast only. Okay, you'll have 5 minutes when I'm done if you want to do what I offered today. If not, you can always call the office, talk to Scott, the controller, or a specialist, but they will not give you what I offered 100%. They'll give you the best deal they can. 800-510-3338. So at the end of the day, we all have the ability to understand. We do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. And we never forget at the end of the day, God loves us all.